Hello everyone, my name is Axel Saputra. My student ID number is 1525078 and I am from class 15.1C.05. Today, I want to share my opinion about smoking in campus area. In my opinion, smoking should not be allowed on campus. A university is a place to learn, to grow, and to build a healthy future. But how can we stay healthy if the air around us is full of cigarette smoke? Smoking doesn't only harm the smoker, it also affects people nearby through secondhand smoke. It can cause serious health problems and make the environment uncomfortable for non-smokers. I believe the campus should provide a special smoking area far from classroom and public space. This way, both smokers and non-smokers can feel respect. Let's make our campus a cleaner and healthier place for everyone. Thank you. The question words learn how to ask questions in English. What are question words? Question words are used to ask for specific information. They are also called WH word because most of them start with WH, like who, what, when, where, why, except how. Question words help us get information. For example, when we want to know a person, we say who. When we want to know a place, we say where. These words are important in daily conversation. The list of question words. This is the most common question word. It has its own purpose. The first, what, is meant to ask about things. Who is to ask about people. Where is asked to ask about place. When is means to ask about time. Why, to ask for reason. And how, to ask about why for condition. What is used to ask about things, action, or information. Example, what is your favorite food? And what are you doing? Who is used to ask about a person or people. The example is, who is your teacher? And who called you yesterday? Where is you to ask about place or location. Example, where do you live and where is the nearest supermarket? When is used to ask about time. The example is, when is your birthday? When does the class start? Why ask for a reason or explanation. For example, why are you late? And why do you study English? How is used to ask about method, manner, or condition. For example, how are you and how do you go to school? We can add other words after how to ask more specific question. How old is means we ask about age. How tall is he? How long? The example is, how long is the class? How far? The example is, how far is your school? How many apples do you have? And the last, how much water do you drink? How many and how much? Remember, this difference, how many is for things we can count like books, apples, chairs. How much is for things we can't count like money, water, and time. How many is for countable nouns. How much is for uncountable noun or phrase. The example is, how many students are there? And how much money do you have? Other what phrases. What can also be followed by others noun to make more specific question. The example is, what time is it? What color do you like? And what kind of movie do you watch? Sentence structure. In English, question sentence have a special structure. First come the question word, then the auxiliary verb, do, does, did, is, are, then the subject, and finally the main verb. The pattern is question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. The example is where do you live? And why did she cry? Which be verb. When we use the verb to be, is, am, and are, we put it right after the question word. For the example, what is your name? And where are you from? Which do or does or did. When the verb is not be, we must do does did. Do for I, you, we, and they. Does for he, she, it, and did for the past tense. The example is what do you eat for breakfast? Where does she work? And when did they arrive? Which can, will, have. If there's a modal or auxiliary verb like can, will, or have, the question word goes first, followed by that modal. How can I help you? When will you come? And why have you left so early? Conversation practice. Here's an example of a short conversation using question word. It shows how natural and useful they are in everyday speaking. Summary. To summarize, question words are key to asking question correctly in English. Each word has its own use words for things, who for people, where from place, and so on. Remember the word order and practice speaking with them in daily life. Thank you.